Shitamo be boni mambi fe ena elie ye afe ochi abomine ni woye homo etan be saniku eteshin akeshin akela traditional council ekpasashin ni yuemo yano me kumeke ohun shiponjin me kumeke wosmo ni meba council we mo esuoto ni otie woni woyo obi ene be ake ngbe efonu ake be noni sani kansele afi alo noni me pa agbe ni kansele afi miji moniti 3 year impene akeshin kansele afi ni ahiengbe ami ye regional house of chiefs ahiengbe ami ye Ministry of Chieftaincy and Regional Affairs ake mila Shikitele miji moni mpene ni atogbejianu ko ni la ayano ni afitemi abamishin ni mfeko mukumukumuku noko ni membini yese nke ngmene sani mabogwa ni magbala ni biami ko ni Matia bonase bi ke la mefe anu ni bi ashishin ke wogbina ke meye ni bi mu abanya bi shike oye ni bi mu ni no ni magbala mi ejaji o no no tu o le alo ehan no nu ni bi ashin be oni bi mu obanyo ke to shike se mi ni mokoye ni bi mu mo ba yen ko ni ebi be wosanene eshishijeji woye ni ake main ni ameke atwa me magiacheme na medamu akuche kumeana sani ahe ameye council sajine ejeshishikeje wo ni la ne na himeji abo mi eti yino be 2015 sajine jenshin Mati no jenshi 2014 ni ye wo gbediano to na mla ke kusum gbediano to wo ke twoni no ke obaba kansele sani gbediano to aja ye kusum ke mla gbeno ahie mi me ko menu ame wonshin ame ke sanjin te court sanjin ye court olo ni ameje no se na amete amani na regional house of chiefs bi ke ministry ya ke shibe wo me ni wo yo council wo ni wo sumu ni wo ba he ame amechewo wo gbela ni bi ame ke twon ame regional house bi no na ame ke eji akeshin ake national house of chiefs ewo akpoko akeshin ke atomoko ni sane yemo hepue sani ahile woke wontu owulu ni yo ne hodase eja ake manche yelie mla jino ni aketo hegbejiano no no fe no ni abafe alo na ne fe na de na abafa sane ke mla akpagbe no woke no ni regional house of chiefs ke wontu owona ye wolohin ke ba shi wo shitamo ne na kan woloe ebako shimowe anma wolo akeshin wo he me enyo ke wo cancel mana kan e woloe ko ni mo fe mo anu no na menma wo
National Council to request you as a matter of urgency to admit the said two chiefs into the Traditional Council whilst the case pending before the court are pursued. This decision was arrived at the interest of justice and peace of the traditional area. We wish to make it clear that the Traditional Council is a statutory body which have representatives from the various divisions within the traditional area. So pending the final determination of any matter before the law court or judicial committee of the Traditional Council, no one has the legal rights to stampede any chief from being registered or admitted into a Traditional Council. Your cooperation in this regard is deeply appreciated. A copy, Minister, Chieftaincy Ministry, the Registrar, the Traditional Council.
wolo ni amekebane ni kenye kwa woloe sanjin eye akuche srote ami mati drase ke leshin ke mene abese ni jihejwe shin amegma keshin aheme enyope wole susumo ni amekeyue nakan ni ko kwe ame leta ami amegma akeshin the decision was arrived at the interest of justice and peace of la traditional area ke ake justice jalesani ni jalesani ayole boni sanaya le ni afan fe anu ame wonshin no kesane ye ake afan fe shina shin akwe hekomepe ni kenye kweta ni nyeba aka ake in the interest of justice matiabo na sebi ke mambi kenye kwe ene jaleni ni amengma woloe boni wogbala ni bi ami nke chon ame wo ke ne mlasani wo ke wo mla wolo nkwelo ni ji wo lawyers gba isani na ameke o na agba ye mla agbefan wo amengma amewolo mahani wo lawyers a wolo akane no hu kechon
lawyers ade ama tefu enko the registrar Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs Dodoa. Dear sir, readmission of chiefs into the Traditional Council. We act as lawyers for the traditional council and write upon its instructions. Your letter dated 6 August 2024 has been received by the La Traditional Council, and same has been referred to us with instructions to respond to same. Our client notes your direction to the La Traditional Council, that is the council, requesting the council to admit Nikwa Adeokropon and Niaje Buahin into the Traditional Council as a matter of urgency. And whilst the case pending before court, the cases are pending before court are pursued. First of all, the council is certain that in addressing the council and its eminent chiefs, you elected to use words to suggest that either the council or its chiefs purport to stampede any chief from being registered or admitted. Our clients find this negative assertion being made before the establishment of any such facts as quite unfortunate, especially coming from the institutions whose objective ought to be to promote, defend, and advance the institution of chieftaincy in Ghana. Our client instructs us to say that the La Traditional Council wishes to respond to say that all of its actions have been in accordance with due process and recognition of the rights of all persons connected with the subject matter. The council wishes to draw the attention of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs and indeed the ministry that there are two cases connected with the Abese Quarter and the admission or otherwise of Nikwa Adeokropon. The first is a petition pending before the Judicial Committee of the La Traditional Council contesting the status of Nikwa Adeokropon as a chief. The second is the matter mandamus application regarding whether or not the Traditional Council ought to admit Nikwa Adeokropon, having regard to circumstances. While a decision has been rendered by the High Court in this matter, there is indeed an appeal and a motion for stay of execution of the decision pending appeal. In the circumstances, it is not possible to proceed to admit the said Nikwa Adeokropon without disrespecting, disregarding, or running contrary to the subsisting application for stay of execution, and by extension, disrespecting the authority of the Court of Appeal. The Traditional Council cannot, as if the said motion for stay of execution does not exist at all. A copy of the motion for stay of execution hereto annexed for ease of reference. To the extent that the courts are in the process of examining the issue brought before it of whether or not Nikwa Adeokropon ought to be admitted to the council, it is important, and in accordance with respect for the authority of the court, that nothing be done whose effect will be to prejudice the determination of the matter or to render the outcome of the court process negatory. Any such action, urgent or otherwise, shall constitute contempt of the Honorable Court with grave consequences. It is therefore out of due respect for the Court of Appeal and the regard for the court process that the La Traditional Council remains unable to accede to the request to admit Nikwa Adeokropon as a matter of urgency. Similar incidents underpin the inability of the La Traditional Council to admit Niaje Buahin into the La Traditional Council. It is our client's instructions that as with the case of Nikwa Adeokropon, the status of Niaje Buahin as a chief has been challenged by way of a petition filed at the Traditional Council. Rather than pursue, defend, and conclude the petition, he elected to resort to the court for redress. He sought the relief of an order against the council to admit him. The High Court declined to grant him the relief he sought, and the suit was promptly thrown out. A copy of the ruling of the High Court is here to annex for ease of reference. Ultimately, the La Traditional Council is constrained to respect the authority of the courts, particularly the Superior Court before which the issues referred to in your letter are pending. The Council has avoided making any pronouncements on the status of the persons mentioned above, and have not done anything to prejudice the outcome of the petitions filed before the Judicial Committee and the Council or before any of the superior courts pending the determination of the relevant issues. Chaos and anarchy is certain to result should any other course of action be taken rather than follow through with the court cases. We therefore wish to bring the above facts to your attention as the basis for any actions or inactions for the Law Traditional Council. The Law Traditional Council has always acted in respect of the processes of the Superior Court and continue to do so in present circumstances. We count on your usual cooperation. Amaka Matefu. Copy. Honorable Minister, the Registrar, Law Traditional Council.
Ni amengma wawuluwe womla wulu nkwelo eniji wolo ese noni amengmane shinfen se ake ni aje ku fe la Shikitele leji mo ne fio ni epene na yin gbe ami na fite ngbe ye fe yen nu ni lawyer se ameke mla ni councilor wo fe loko ne ibabala ke wo fimu kuse shi woke mla gbejiano to tuni shi ne fe se ananu na ke ni aje ku fe jimoni fio me nyo na chi ameta wo lawyer se chon sajini yo ame le ake shi sajin ake ni aje ku fe ni ke shi ame lo nyenu noku na kan shi ayengbe ami ye ministry ke regional house of chiefs na ke mi ni mpene na fi nuni sanafi ni ekeno ya ke tu injola abala shinyen na wolo ese ke noni achon na fi e na agbaye mla gbejianu to na mete no po ameke ka fi e ba fi contempt sajien ni o maje shinkeje mati abonase Mati abonase. Mati abonase. Mati no. Na to me 2013 ni akeo ana Paramouncy epoje ni wona wo yo mo ni arrestore no be yegbejianu to na sani akuchi acheme dani amebaye mu ye mlagbe fan ke magin acheme afi kusun ke ha me wo cancel ma wo loketi akuchi ami ni akwe kuni atunu hegbejiano ye ni bo sekle we onupai mami wolo akeshin be chuchu akuchoche se kwelo ni wo jile niji anu damtin se kwelo no akanmegbe ni afi kusun kehanle mbacha ame ni egbe emi nka ma ke o ni mba leji moni mbanina ni enyin akuchu enyin ni cancel ekele chun ni ameke o kwese ke han chuchu akuchu che niji Captain Tayo Odamtin she say kwelo ni amefen le hun ameje shin akomi no ogbe gbe ni afi kusun ke hanle ni nka ma ke o shin asande shin wokwepo ni akwebo ni abamo na ti achun sande ake mi ke mi npa numu anu Odamtin ni achun sande ni wa akuchu lawyer ni dani ma check pe ke mi na yue mu ni nke la ke mi ma yale jalegbe no ni a check pe atana bolesani e etwa mi she ma mi wolo ta fla che ni behin no poto ni jenke hin meji yin gbe me gboyin ni jiwo julo aku ma criminal syndicate julo aku ni wo pe oye duji anshin keni okay akucho lawyer kesane ba o ya damu afa no bo himeji ara fense wo ke atashini akula sane kula mo mi wo ba pe eku ye ni adu ye anu Odamtin ye ke bi ye ameba je na me lomu no choni hi meji ke amenjile yese kwemo na amejile ejen ikete court isama wosro to ikanye court enum ete ake contempt aya wo wochu nke hi meji ate fa agbe na ameyefo ekukura jeje ke ameti ama yi amalo dase ni kele jeje bote nibi ami odugba kun enu na me pa agbe e ba fi ke han sanjin ayefe atan ameyefo bemi ni a cheme ke wu cancel ete court akeshin le hun council member ni shin achela omi court ke court be na kan ewale ake ba ni achele ke wu cancel shin akesane eshile eke yin gazette ake gazette ne yin me ni kesane eshile ke chun gbe papa no eke na gazette no esane awu achafu energy ngati sane ni wo way down ake no ni te no e ngati ye amale mo fitemu ke mo na bu amale eji no ni te no ye pe ati achun yin na yele kokoro mo fitemu ji a we ni bi ke shin ke himeji yin no na ke criminal syndicate ni wo pe o eduji an shi ke ni bi na ebemi himeji yin wo pe o ye he ni sani wo pe ye ni ye fe nyele bo ni wo pe o ke han muku epe eduji an shi ni himeji yin ni yo mati ye amehiche himeji yin ni talanko no amehiche na menye jalese me bo ni ke criminal syndicate nyele ni bi ni amefi bemi ni nye ka meshina nyele boni akuchuwe yale ake abonye no mayu ni bi fio ye ngati abunasi Zenith College ngati ike ha himeji nyele no gas filling stations ni yo nukupa anu ngati ike ha abonye no La Beach Towers no na mani ekpense na anya amachukakada ngati ike ha ameka enye nugu agbene wo trust bejiano to no ni sani matiana banyele chain homes keje bemi na afa chain homes ne abonya amane eku no ni matie na emi shimene me ke wo moji criminal syndicate ame ke woji criminal syndicate ni bi ekoku me yin ke nse je me magbala mi akuchi ekoku me ne ehwe abese no ajo kan franwe na kesane shimo na towe akeshin jele eyo eja akọ kan fran we no ehye drase lomowe bi ke mona ka towe le hunje le eyo shin lomowe bi ni yo leshin ofro sonwe bi ke mona towe jele shin amenu e sha ma me yo me ni kesane ete ne shin fe ake ni aje ko fe la Shikitele le fi o ngati no nko seklewe bi ke ba nje ngati mo ne shin nje ko ne aduwe jo seklewe abese injo of me no kan fra we ejen leshin injo of ro son we drase nje lomowe no te balete na ke ni aje ko fe ji mo ni fi oni biye ni tamoboni iwe sanjin eje shikeje ni ko bi tete chulu yino ni cancele ke na ndi machine ake sana fe no nija me ni ke yo je fe amefa amefu anu ake sana fe no nija ni wo lawyer sa wo lo eye udase ake wo ke afe no nija shi wonyem la gbejiano to se wo pe eko na te ke Regional House of Chiefs manche onupe eko wo council bi ameye udase akeshin kenoko wo fe wo gbenpamu aketun oni ni wo take a collective decision no ke magia cheme ni your council you that's ya ke what take or collective decision mine was anaka akeshi la Shikitele ni aje ku fe legimoni ifio no na afio ibemi nkokoko nyena he ni sajin eje ni noni hewo ni wo ke afi noni ja lumoyeli alo mancheyeli etonboni nke kusun kemla ni mla eton moniji manche ni ke mokoka tole ni saniye achon gbegiano to no na ke boti omi na keshi saniye na keshi le eja lo eja dani amana shialo awon no akemu manchejila loje manchejile no mahani akane mla noni chon moniji manche koni mo femo anunshi final kani section 57.
A chief is a person who, hailing from the appropriate family and lineage, has been validly nominated, elected, or selected, and installed, and skinned or installed as a chief or queen mother in accordance with the relevant customary law and usage. 2. A person does not qualify as a chief if that person has been convicted of high treason, high crime, or for an offense involving the security of the state, fraud, dishonesty, or moral turpitude. A chief shall not take part in active party politics, and a chief wishing to do so or seeking election to parliament shall abdicate the stool of skin. 4. Despite subsection 3 and subject to the constitution, a chief may be appointed to any public office for which the chief is otherwise qualified. 5. A person shall not be considered to be a chief for the performance of a function under this act or any other enactment unless the person has been registered for the performance of that function in the National Register of Chiefs, and that person's name has been published in the Chieftaincy Act.
Ni ayi o manche mi alo weku na ayi o manche mi ni afale ye gbegiano to no ni ameno mi na gbene atole ye kusun gbegiano to na mahani akane nokweko nke hanye ye wo ojolo wulu ni ma ni ji Justice Robbie ni
afan short etene kankan no ke what the 1992 Constitution Act 277 and Act 759 subsection 57 1 requires of the candidate to be a chief and that he must, in accordance with the customary law and usage, qualified to be a chief, B, have been nominated as a chief, C, have been elected or selected as a chief, and D, have been installed and skinned or installed as a chief. But funny, you know, as stated already, all 4 essentials need to be satisfied in every given case before the installation of a chief will be valid. The installation will be invalid if one of these is not satisfied. This was the view taken by the Supreme Court in Akenten the second versus Ayirema Supra. Another authority for this view is in Re Kwabensto Kakari versus Asabee the second Supra. In that case, installation was held to be contrary to customary law and practice, and in nullity in that it was performed without the consent and concurrence of the relevant section of the family.
Noni amekeji noni hani nibi ni hani meyo emu dani amechon majiacheme sani fen aja ke kome po eja emi nona afi eyemu ma kaneja meko ameke as stated already all 4 essentials need to be satisfied in every given case before the installation of a chief will be valid. As stated already, all four essentials need to be satisfied in every given case before the installation of a chief will be valid. The installation will be invalid if one of these is not satisfied. Nibi ni ha ni mu yuemu dani chomanche ke kumi akoje wekumi wekuni yeomi afambu amanomi atobo ye kusum gbejianu to no ke nibi ye ke ekome po eja emi ono eyemu ni Supreme Court emanomi ni majale mieko eke another authority for this view is in Re Kwabens 2 Karikari versus Asabee Supra. In that case, installation was held to be contrary to customary law and practice, and a nullity in that it was performed without the consent and concurrence of the relevant sections of the family. No na kene no ke komepo ye mu no na afi no ke me ke sanjin e ashi me akeshin to e na me ka to ame na agbaye ni ye heku ele mu ake atokule krapo mu ko efa kule lenche weku ke mu ko efa kule afe kokusun ko akule keke ne ake ni aje ko fe ni fi mi ke ne no yo mla mi e wo kesane ye alo wonu ni bi anhye aboti oni bi amina kase oni aso sande alo afo sande kefo mono na ke fiti omo ni eja no ni mla ake ne ake ni bi ye ni sani afe dani mo aye mu ke ko mepo na afe mo eye ko emu ake manche no je ni aje ko fe ni ke mla ni ke ni wolo ese ngma amewuluwe wonu noko shi be no ni ba yin ese ji ake a suspend la traditional council o fa ene ko no kan e letter na ameke suspend la traditional council.
Suspension of the operation of la traditional council. Furtherance to our earlier deliberations in relation to the smooth operation of the La tradition with the Honorable Minister of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, the acting president of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, and the registrar of the House. The House and the Ministry has come to a conclusion that the operation of the La Traditional Council should be suspended starting from 26 September to 2024 till further notice. This is to allow both the regional house and the ministry to put in place proper measures that will allow the smooth running of the council. And by this letter also requesting all governmental institutions not to deal with any person or group of persons purporting to come under the guise of La Traditional Council membership. All paramount to land-related issues must also be put on hold pending the operation of the Traditional Council or the instrument of a new law, Chief Lamanche, as stated in Section 45 of the Chieftaincy Act. By copy of this letter, the Registrar of La Traditional Council is directed to hand over all Traditional Council property to the Regional House and for further directives. The kind cooperation of all parties in this regard is deeply appreciated. Monica Registrar, no a copy, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Honorable Minister, Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Minister, Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, the Honorable Minister, Ministry of Land and Natural Resources, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Local Government, Minister, Ministry of Defense, the Municipal Chief Executive, Land Pantana Assembly, the Administrator, Office of the Administrator of School Lands, the Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Trade Company, Accra, the Registrar, La Traditional Council, and a copy to all members of the La Traditional Council.
We will now suspend La Traditional Council. Ni agbenele unwe echon mla eja ke ton boni ke manche yele gbejan no to we mla ye na ke tun he ni echon mla ni woton ni echon no ni lehun ni wo fe na agbene amete no ni amenchon ni bi ni wo ka fe ke boni me ke wo akana shinamo enese ne ba no hu na ka me bon iwe mu o be ni aje ko fe la Shikitele no na fi o ejeme ni ta fla che tu ewa na enu no ko na fo nu pa ni na bu mo le hani ene eba ne ni ateno po ahun ministry e ni ji minister ama kele lame akela ke Shikitele ekra de nche no na efi o de nche jemokuni ni minister le unwe minister of Indian Affairs ewia ke Shikitele ekra ke jemokuni shi secretary ni le fi ono na efi o ye la we mo na ma we ni bi na me yo ke fiti o mi ni je lepe shi ake me other ministers regional minister me ake o ake Shikitele ekra de nche asomo a jemokuni shi secretary ni amede ncha amele no ni ameyu obe ko ma me ko chan me be ko ma me ke secretary inle ake secretary mu afili ni ebu o mama ni ta manche ni jun no ye council ye ngbe na here wo bogwa wo gbala ni bi amindan ni sande ye dodo wale hu ye he no sumo ma botemi mpi shin no ni into oni manfe ale Jemfe an leji ake Shikitele gbena la fin manomi akeshin Shikitele le tuone pa ni ke manche be le kosi ni mabote shila me fe manomi me de ncheni ayo Shikitele ewa me yegbe short ya no ni amete me ku me lumo na me ye keje Shikitele e kun ameye shimene amege Shikitele o chame ke secretary ya shi kebi e she wo fe wo banana wo nibi ni amewe ne ni tamoboni hani agbala ni bi ami akane mla wogbepa muji ake wulu na agma abachon mla ni woton shiachon yue mo ni ya no e mami kenklen ji ake shin be wo ise ye cancel no ni blofo ba aka we are not properly constituted no he wo ni afi no na afi e shin amechon ye wulu emi ni yue mo e koji akebe wo yeten ni jimi mankra loka kwa ashonche wo pe wo yo cancel ni wo nwe gbeni moko aba ibemi nakan tamoboni wiye wo ke mla ke pusun gbejianu to ni tun ni no ke gbejianu to eja wo chin moko na akeshin eba cancel ken nakan ameke memla tun me aboni sande he cancel no ni blofo ba ke which law prescribes the number to properly constitute a traditional council or a house of chiefs. Nkwemla mi fe na kumla kuna kaine eke ake me ya boni sani ehi council ne. Ye no se kemla ye mla ko tunu achun no na fi o ye mla mi na ke glotwe ina kunu ye mla mi nkwemla mi le won ina no ko de ko ake shinke me ayishe ye traditional council akame akpasashi ina kunu ko ye mla mi na kan ken na kan le unie wo ba bi wo he adafi twalo 83 the media this is to you probe this to the last end akeshi ken na kan nie la traditional council pe ni me yishe ko ye gen traditional councils ni yo Ghana fe me yeshe ye gen no e woni la traditional council pa suspend or the media take it up and ask whether it is only the La Traditional Council that is not properly constituted in the whole of Ghana, hence the decision to suspend it. And ask them which law supports that. Kayema afiono nija na kemla chuoni nyebia eneme. Mineba ni la. Shi inswa me ni fe la meno ka meti afin. Ake afe ne na kenye wono ko ni no na meta o ko na me ni ahye no la me no gete la me no ka meti afin ameno amete na ma ke ame ni biye na me ke ame na me ke Shikitele ne ke secretary sinye nkwe mla no abi ame mla ni nyese ame ke ake. This is to allow both the regional house and the ministry to put in place proper measures that will allow for a smooth running of the traditional council. Kenya ntawana to begiano ni chumu aya no do ake sani council ake pasashi dani nyeto begiano ko ye ni chumu ni no kwe ya no onga ni chumu dano to egbegiano ni begiano pona mechumu na ba to wole ni nyeba binye hele won akeshi to mo boni nke me aboni hi on traditional council and ni traditional councils fe ni organa am run smoothly low na ma suspend the ameni la traditional council. The media take it up. Are all traditional councils in Ghana running smoothly? Why is it that only La Traditional Council has been suspended for measures to be put in place for its smooth running? Any wake yo mami. Ena ke yo mami. Aje ni bia. Stomo boni nke lame jime ni wo ene kete. Ke ake smooth running ni bi pi. Hepo no tano ke tun ni mpo e. Ha ni chumu ya no. Nye kwa wo no ni wo fe eje. Tuni wo ma ni wo council bi e yo mi. Nye ya akokwa no. Ninya kwa akeshi na kan me ta heni yo fel ke eni ejole yo na aketun ni lo na suspend all our traditional council. The media go around, check the conditions, the environment in which people work at the various traditional councils and find out whether what we have in law is not good and deserves to be suspended. Nyekwa heni wo fake ameni metun ni ya ake he ko me simple ye ni council bi ta no hia me po e me ne a suspend ya me. Dear traditional councils be she was regional house of chiefs ke even the national house ake me ni sana me nje ame yo je me lo me fe ni yo je me na me a suspend ya me she aba suspend la traditional council e ya to media ask probe whether all the regional and even the national house of chiefs have their full complements of chiefs who are supposed to be there. And if not, why haven't they been suspended? And they are suspending La Traditional Council. Tomoboni ke woye ma afi noni ja. Ni eneme ni ken yuye ameke min fe nuku min fo nupa ni imbu mo in lechon min fe tu no. Mla inyo mlaje mi fe mla ni aje ko fe ni fe no ka ni aje ko fe gbala mla mi na etu body ni bia hye kan mo no tu aga bu mu na efe tu no ko le ya akase shike heche akafe me fe ya no me ni sani amele ni lawyers onupa lawyer panako na mekelenshina lete tun amela agbeji anu to nete amale amake la woye akuche ne hu ni ji 9 na agbe ne cancel ele hu sani akrowa amaji acheme agbe ni wo he ame ni wo ye tepe mi ka kwa shon cheke mankra lo pe wo yo cancel ni wo mfe no ni wo sumo ni ta flat e wo bu mu kenye nto la sanie monije lanyu shinye na lake loyo nupa lenya bi ole ni lenwe mali ame na ame ngono ni lenwe nye social media na yue kenshiwo ni bona keke gbalogbabo e gbo he ame ba na ame ba bini ni wo ba gbalami shinoni ame yuone ake wo yeten wo smoni mokuba sajine ye no akuche ni na agbaba ame he me na me tuwe ahia me niji agbawe ke klana ame ya kansele ni wo mini chon ake wo yeten ni wo sumo ni moku ba kansele eje ya no kwale me ni sanjimbe ame ye klana ke agbawe ahia me klana ka agbawe ahia me no na me ke akeshi National House of Chiefs ke akeke sane ye moku ekra ahile ni wonto ni wona ye wolohin ni wona ko gebashi bia ne ye min susumo na nu e ka afi etamono ni mo fe mo ni ba ateshin ne ke mancheni mo de nche ba bai ake mancheni ke mo ko ke sande shila ba ke o sande o e bo nshi mancheji bu no ahebu no na me chon nakan ake shin ake ke sande ye mo ko e kra ahile wonto e wolohin wona ye wo shitamo na emi ke na kan ni e mokoni eje heni awo la manche ye lenwe ba aka ke wo nwene atomi la manche nye he ami ke wo cancel ke na kan me ke be sani wo hemu won to na kan wo lo eni wo na aka ke mla pan agbelu ke ba shi mene wo na wo ke wo lo e ba wo ba kwenu ni tuntun ni National House of Chiefs e ke ni wo kwa ke e ke mla pan agbelu shi ye susumona boni wiye ken na kan ni e no ele mo fe mo ba tun manche ye ma na ba ye mo fe mo awo cancel ni ma fe ba tun traditional cancel ya cancel ni wo yo e da wo ke mo fe mo ma bi fe tun maji ajeme be ma mi fe traditional cancel je mo fe mo ba yin kenye ko e ne ba yin ye ma no he wo no ni te no sani me abotemi ni ana akeke mla pagbelu ni bemi ni lame akeneke sane yela ni lame ba teshi ahie me ewo keyi mami ekwe ake wonhu shiponjin no ani anya cancel leta ni nkanie alo hana kanie nyena ake suspension ne alo pasamo na ka we pasashin achi shipon won mo tan emi shime ke wo hun shiponjin no ani a suspend wo ni no bemi me ko me le un ke aka suspend wo ka shi bemi ni abato la manje la mani ye mo boy je la me fe shi la me kume ani ye mobo me man nike onupa ni yo be ma apensen ni kato manche dani ma ayan constitution e den che chon akeshin manche ni ji president of the traditional council ke be ma enyo eano
no we wide at meetings of the council, and where the president is unable to attend a meeting, the chief next to the president in seniority on the council shall preside at the meeting.
Kemanchebe Mukuyeni Sane Kwekuni Nibi Ayano Ni Yebemi Nimlane Baba Lu Amlalu Bafi Mlapuna ke Kudo Manche Yelie Wo Yegbejiano Tuni Woke Kula Woman Ni Yela Be Srotui Ebakehu Ni Manchebe Mami Ni Akulama Mahanyeku Kejebe mi ni teko asumanshi Kejet mu 1904 Kata 1913 kata 1913 Dana to odua cheme Me kumekwe ma na limoni nyenye na kekwe ma eye wojiami No oje ne ko bakudan Ni kemanchebe ake ma akwensen Ni gbediano na to na kekwe ma la me fe no mu ko nya ka keshi je na kan ni wojin ye ni yo dasi keje 1904 ka ta 1913 moni kwe ma dana to odu achen na pa odu achen 1918 dana ba to mali da 1919 moko ni kwe ma me ko me ni kwe ma ni moko nyi hi no wojin ye no je ake manchebe no ma ba akashi ni mali dadagbo 1936 dani abato ajona no me ke mukunyenye na kekwe ma dana to ajona no na pa ajona no 1955 mokokwe ma ahun ete Gan State Council boye la na jiami ni be mi na to kwakuranya dan eshi ni akpale fa ipo akeshi ato manche fen shi jenge a manche ni ke oje na kanji sande shi gbeji anu to eye oji ami ye aninya tawa ni apa kwakuranya dana ba to ko tete chulu nye le moni nye ma hin na keto gbeji anu benyele Namoni. Numbo kone chulo ya namoni. Ene me fe la meke amele na meke Shikitele eji mukuni na meke ke manchebe be ma aka yano. Amele ni me ni ko na kan amele ni Nike angma ye wulu emi le won ake na kan eja ekemla kan gbe no je loko ni sani mambi mene afuano noni ameko ake wo ho shipon julo eke ni bi ye mati ibu enche ni bi ye kume amenye social media ni ake wujin komenchon wolo indencha na amekechon madina regularization ni woyino ne no fe no ni wo fi echon wolo mi no je ake mogwe awon shipon ni ekewo ekotoku mi ke mogwe fe no ne ja odase ni oye okeba o majin achemete awon shipon na ma hon ne bona me hon le ne eni ameke shikate ne keke oyue shije no oyue mo follow ake majin acheme hon shipon no e wa close traditional council the media asked them for evidence of their allegations that we are selling lands and misappropriating funds. I may provide evidence. She ma Kenya ke yewo yino ne eji yinoko ne esro to ye la mankula mo gbejiano to mi. Ake be mi ninu mu egbe hie. Fotro be wo me na me to wo julo enu wo to gbejiano wo ke sa cancel niji ina chole palace ke kote keje afi abona amane nye na ni afi no we idan nye na afi no we idan si wo yino ni wo sa ni wo to gbejiano na ke fe yala fefo yala anya bi a planning committee bi ye majin acheme amete me ni wa na ke to gbejiano ni yala etele bone etele nye anya bi a keshe numele Shikitele le je bomogbonyu shi ke etu ona fe jale ni ake ejwama ye ani nya bia me ye wo yi no ne ni bi ni sani ma ni ahye no wo famo na gin ake legon shipon ha 1948 abegbeji anu to ko ake shin ke la me ya aha me gbehe eje me afe nuku shin ye wo yi no ne wo ke legon onupa etashin ni atogbeji anu ake abaha la me hegbe no ni blofo cho le concession ne wo formalize le me ni cho ame ake ameji la me na ma me yi olumo ke ni bi ame yi no be mi na yi olumo ame fe no si wo yi no ne wo fe wo formalize concession arrangement with the University of Ghana ni wo hie ni bi ko kuma me fe ame yo se ame ke wo jime ni wo jwala leta na ngma ame copy trade fair ni be ame susu moji akeshin want to gbejan ni why trade fair compensation ko ni woyi no ewo be a copy trade fair ni ton bo ni nke la me ko me le ni trade fair bi eja ba compensation am la lo eni ba compensation shi ma ni nye le ake wo mu wo nye jale gbese eja ake kun e la me ko me mati megbe na me ya na ma ho la trade fair ni o je me fin any trade fair yo 100 acres ameke aha wo 74 million Ghana cedis ni e share no ko trade fair 74 million Ghana cedis ni kem oke wo nwene shikami e share no ko mana kan de letter ko ni nye na me ni bo ni gbe ola shin ni ka amete shin ni ameke wo bo nji julo eke man jalo o fa ni o kan letter
Stamp number Nimano 29th April 2020. Okay, the Honorable Minister, Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning, through the Honorable Minister, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, through the Executive Secretary, Lands Commission. Attention, Chief Director. DSS, State Lands, Accra Lawadi Trade Fair Instrument, 1967, EI-10. Application for the release of funds to pay land claim compensation. The division requests for the release of a total compensation sum of 74,856,120 cedis payable to the Ngmati Abunanse family last home in respect of 100.32 acres out of their submitted claim of 211.3 acres certified to be conflict-free, occupied and in possession of the Ghana Trade Fair Company under the above acquisition. The division has to date received 8 claims for processing in respect of the 236.92 acres land acquired by the government of Ghana. This request covers only 132 acres in the possession of the Ghana Trade Fair Company Limited, certified to be without any issues and conflict-free by the division. The Ngmati Abunanse family last one has accepted the division's compensation claim offer in the accrued sum of 74,856,130 cedis, detailed as follows. Claimant Ngmati Abunanse family last home 618,980 cedis. Professional fee Terima Real Estate Consultancy and Ishakwete and Co. And that is 4,236,114 cedis. Your office will be notified when the issues to conflicts are resolved, including any new developments. New developments. Please find attached copies of the following relevant documents for your perusal. Offer letter to the claimant through their consultant. acceptance letter from the claimant, proprietary plan identifying the Matia Bonase family to claim area, the executive instrument number 10 of 1967, the administrative charge payable to the division at 10% of the total claimant compensation amount approved by the Fees and Charges Amendment Instrument 2015 LI 2228 payable to the division is in the sum of 7,061,890 Ghana cedis. Yours faithfully, Benjamin Arthur, Director.
No na me ke ame mo mine. Wolo na me ma. Ni keje dromona ni wona kue ahonla akelete shikana ya trade fair ni. 74 million Ghana cedis. Ne share no kuye trade fair shipon 100 acres. Niko ke ba dollar po emene eho 15 ye. Shike wo fele 15 cedis 15 cedis be e atomo $5 million. Niko o divide le by 100 mene acres be ahon 1 acre $50,000. Mene aklowa shipon po de nche enyi ahon le ni aba ahon trade fair shipon ake trade fair shipon ba ha 1 acre $50,000. Mene me niko ake wobun wonjala. Ma hani ayano. Ni woni ni shenu wo ha wo lawyer say ma ame wo fa ne kan de mo no ni wo lawyer say ma.
In 2021, the Director, Land Valuation Division, Lands Commission, Cantonment Accra. Yes, application for release of funds to pay land claim compensation. Reference number LVB 189/84. We write for and on behalf of the last one who have referred your letter dated 19th March 2021, which was received only 2 weeks ago, to us with instructions to say that they had at no time agreed to the sum mentioned in your letter, as they have not seen the basis that inform the value placed on the land. They would very much wish to be part of any valuation process which must be transparent and which must reflect current value of land in the neighborhood of La Tritwe. Secondly, they reserve the right to choose who should represent them as lawyer in this matter. Our clients, in interest of amicable resolutions of all issues prior to any payment of compensation, would like to meet you on Thursday, the 17th of June 2021 at 2 p.m. in your office. Please confirm suitability of date and time. Yours in good faith, Amaka Amatefio. A copy last door, Matia Abonase Quarter. The Executive Secretary, Lands Commission, Farouk Seidu, Transaction Advisor.
Me nyokwe afi ni aya mone ken shikane mi ni trade fair aya. No ni ba ni ayo me ni wo ngalete ne Lands Commission ame ayeto na me twon wo me ni mawulu e fa ne kono kan li me nyokwe afi ni aya mone ken shikane mi ni trade fair aya. No ni ba ni ayo me ni wo ngalete ne Lands Commission ame ayeto na me twon wo me ni mawulu e fa ne kono kan li.
To Amaka Amatefio of Amatefio and Co. Dear sir, application for release of funds to pay land claim compensation. Reference number LVB 189/84. We refer to your letters dated 9 June 2021 and 11 February 2023 in respect of the claim by the last one for compensation for land acquired for trade fair located at La Accra. The records show that Terama Real Estate Consultancy was a valuation firm that represented both Matia Bonase family and last two during the compensation negotiations. Since the claim was a joint claim, after the negotiations, the Land Valuation Division issued the offer of compensation in a letter dated 26 November 2019 to Matia Bonase family and last two through Terama Real Estate Consultancy. Terama Real Estate Consultancy submitted a letter dated 14 January 2020 accepting on behalf of his clients, Matia Bonase and Lasto, the offer of compensation. Subsequent to the acceptance of the offer of compensation, Terama Real Estate Consultancy forwarded the Land Valuation Division a letter signed by Ni Ajebwine. Matia Bonase Manche. Subsequent to the acceptance of the offer of compensation, Terama Real Estate Consultants forwarded to the Land Valuation Division a letter signed by Ni Ajebwine II as Matia Abonase Manche and addressed to Terama Real Estate Consultants and copied to the acting La Manche, which letter informed the principal consultant of Terama Real Estate Consultants that, as communicated to you much earlier by the lawyers of Matia Bonase Lasto, the check for the joint claimants should be paid into an escrow account at the La Community Bank for the subsequent disbursement as agreed by the claimant, while the check for professional fees are paid through you. It was on the basis of the acceptance of the offer letter that the division requested for funds from the Ministry of Finance to pay the compensation. It is therefore surprising that your clients will say that they only recently got to know about the offer of compensation and that they had at no time agreed to the sum mentioned in your letter, as they have not seen the basis that informed the value placed on their land. The records show that Terama Real Estate Consultancy negotiated very keenly both the basis and the quantum of the compensation which was offered and accepted. Notwithstanding the above, the division is ready to engage your clients and to provide the basis that inform the value placed on the 100.32 acres that has been assessed. On account of the above, we invite your clients to a meeting on the 3rd August 2023 at 10 a.m. at the conference room of the Lands Commission to deliberate and discuss the matters relating to the compensation of the treated site. We sincerely apologize for the delay in responding to your letters. Thank you. Sincerely yours, Emmanuel Fupon Ochi, for Director. Copied the Executive Secretary, Lands Commission, the National Chairman, Lands Commission, the last two to traditional, the last two, the Traditional Council, the Matia Bonase Quarter.
Ni ajiwose, ni mene ameke julo ejiwo na ame bi ni ameka ame ekolo shipon jinke ni bi ye chadu ame nche wo julo ame nona amete amejiwose ni ame vini kenye kwe jale sandini nona je mati ke ma se na afi ni ke je do na ni woni le ase no akema iti boni ametu oni ayale ni na mebo ameke wo wontu o wa he transfer compensation ni wo yi no wa was mo ni moko ba cancel no a suspend cancel mahana kan le no ko eku ake wo bote ni bi ami ni wote wata wo boni mene transfer shipon ni kanje kaake han ejala boni sanefi o fa ne kandi mono ni ke current valuation and kandi mono
the current valuation for compensation based on subsisting land values today and have arrived at a total compensation assessment of 2,250,700 Ghana cedis, or 2 billion, inclusive of 10% valuation and legal fees as presented below. Claimants 1,865,717,000. Professional valuation stroke legal fees 571,700 Ghana cedis. Refer to the attached report.
Mekumeti amai 74 million. Ke wo pene ni aje ku fe gbomogoyin. Le sumo ma no ya. Mo ni sumo ma no ya. leji moni to na fi ni apa alo moni ahoma le ni sumo ma no ya ni bi ni ya no ne ni bi ni ya no wo trefe ni o je mi no na atun wo ebe mi ka ke aha wo shika muku ako wo shika ka me susu moji wote wa e shika ko wa e ku shika ko no ni atun eje wo ka apa ni wo mengbe ni aba aha wo no ko ni ebe ngbe no ni wo ke bia ne po ji ake shikun ame ke awo e ja ke wo kwenu ni ya no je tutu trefe bo ni yo ke ama je na ga fi o eje me no ake wo shikun awo ka ha wo shika wo ba yi ba tan ake wo shikun awo ko ne ije ke amu fe ye ni aje ku fe le ka fe no nija ake e ko mepe ko ne trefe pe no ne ni ana 74 million shini wote wa bote ni bia mi manager la 2 billion Ghana cedis wonke won mengbe ni ake la baya ni wona ise ake worshipun ahawo many yo nekema ni bia se na ma fi amete me ku me chain homes na achun ake company ni be e agbe chain homes joint venture ni me yo shika ni ameyo neke me ne mene amenye social media amenche wo julo ye be mi ni sa ni bi efen tamobo ni nke e ba je wo je ake wo yino ne wo bun wo njala lo wo la shin wo ntu wo ni la ya no ni mambi ana ma ise shin eye mobo ake la me ku me nunshi ni ka mete shin no na ba ake ame me ni fi oni bi igbo yin ya ha me yin ko ni ameka na ni tumu papa mu ko ni amete shike wo ni ayue ni bi ni be mi shin ekume ne ni nchone benye na boni ni bi e ole trust na to igbeji anu wolo na ke to igbeji anu o fa ne ba che shikunji yen boni atugbeji anu ni sani eyale che
space money. Okay. Land uses type and acreage. Residential 1,266.35 acres. Educational 151.25 acres. Civic and culture 119.25 acres. Recreational public open spaces 197.75 acres. National recreational facilities, that is mangrove and wildlife reservation 250 acres. Roads 312.46 acres. Light industrial area 15.3 acres. Farmland reserve 215 acres.
And 15 acres. La me ek patashikon fe ni meni yo ni bi gboyin na se amete me kuma ye mi 3D ni yele ame shika amete shin ake ni aje ku fe nya bi ake no ni ete no eje yin ye mi lu ni no fe no la Shikitele ni aje ku fe akpata shikun fe yin ni me ni fe ni bi gboyin na me ameke lete iwo na ke a suspend la traditional council amete me kuma ye mi ni ashe na she shin amena agba ni la me kumele nwe na ni ka te shin ake ni aje ku fe la Shikitele le jo ala la me nyeti ashi ni nyehani afia nonija ye suspension mi no na me ke eje ake be a suspend ma wo magina cheme de nche ahewo iwale ye wodi no wonye no ko wochu ni me kumenye ke be ni ahewo iwale be amejima ni amede ncha amele no ni ameyuo shin mintu oni mambi fan le ake ma wonkula ma olo ni bemi ni mla baba ni akekula manche yelie woye wo mankula mo bejiano to ni ani nyelele won akeshi no na mefiye mbote mla mi ina mla ni woton iwo na fi no na fi no ko echi wo na akeshi wo kula wo ma ano ni mla bejiano to mi muku bebe ni isa manche kuna lu mana akeshi ikapula iman wo mani akane ye wo mamla ni duty ni ji wo constitution ko ni nyebotwe fine kandemo section 270
institution of chieftaincy section 270. The institution of chieftaincy together with its traditional councils are established by customary law and usage. Law and usage is hereby guaranteed. 2. Parliament shall have no power to enact any law. 2. Confers on any authority the right to accord or withdraw recognition or from a chief for any purpose whatsoever, or B, in any way distract or derogates from the honor and dignity of the institution of chieftaincy. 3. Nothing in or done under the authority of any law shall be held to be inconsistent with or in contravention of plus 1 or 2 of the article of the law. Article of the law makes provisions for the determination
ikesa majia chemalo ameni chumona majale mieko article 70 clause 2 noni ikeji parliament shall have no power to enact any law which confers on any person or authority the right to accord or withdraw recognition to or from a chief for any purpose whatsoever. B. In any way detracts or derogates from the honor and dignity of the institution of chieftaincy. No ni mla ke ne wo mla ni duty ni ji constitution e je ni aje ko fe ke je ni aje ko fe ke o no ni mla ke ne no nke no na mefie abotemi kuna kwa keshin eke mla pa gbelu shitamobo ni nke wo ma wo mpla ni na gbakube wo me ni ko ye ma mi ake ahe iwale ye wode na menya ake ka na mati me kwe nyenu ameke cancel amena gbeba aka me gbena keke akenshi mati ma ala nye ka ma ke amele nogunugunugu shi ame ana ma kaseni o la me nye kasi ani ni nye le ani shimlaye ni mla wo ke tunoni ye leta na ngma ke ha me ni sani wo he no na ke ye minji akeshin Kesajin, your court, and my last paragraph, we wish to make it clear that the Traditional Council is a statutory body which have representatives from the various divisions within the traditional area. So, pending the final determination of any matter before the law court or judicial committee, the Traditional Council and no one has the legal right to stampede any chief from being registered or administered. Noni amekene kesani ye kote wokun wohie wofon ni mena mechona yi na yi wolo ese ka ma ke ka fi na kan contempt eja ke kesani ye kote sani mo fe mo anu e wonshi na kweko na yi Salene no ni ishebe na ba fi elections here regional house of chiefs aka me te court enyo ame fi election ame ka ke na ke san te court ame ya no koni ame fi elections she ame ke la traditional council sanjin ye court shi wo kun wo yin e wo fon no koni wo he me she ame na te court ya me elections here ame pensen wo la me ke mambi nye kwa ke ne jale sanini lo nke me ne nye boti ami ni nye nchenye na ke jale ni lo je aye ko fe ni ke ja nya boti ami. The media probe the issues to find out whether they are right in the eyes of the law. If the regional house says that despite the pending cases in court, we should go ahead and admit people they claim to be chiefs, whilst the same house, when they were going to conduct their elections for the president of the house, some people have gone to court to seek for an injunction to restrain them from going ahead. They have restrained themselves and they are not going ahead with the elections, but they are saying that traditional council should overlook the law and admit people they claim to be chief. Probe whether this is right or wrong. It is not Nyaje who is say it is right or wrong. I say everybody should go and probe. Mambi enye boti ani bi ami onye na ke eja lo eja je dane abaka ke la Shikitele Nyaje kufe ni keke ahengbe ami efe tu no elechon nke ko akeshi mfemoko ni Shikitele la Shikitele pe jimi ni la Shikitele jimi ni nibi ni wo woji yana akale je no ni mi den chenson je no ni mimma shimla ke woji ni yo wo ke no ku ame bote ni bi ami na aka akeshin ni aje ko fe be ne pu ame mbutwe na je ka gbe na le nwe ame ba je shin anukwale mayue moko wo egbe ye anukwale we mo ni noni ja noji noni se ni manye wo ke mbana gbe maunga ake wo ake majian cheme wo ye ni wo ba fa wo majian he ko ni no ya aba ni wo ba wo kusun he ni ke no ya aba wo sani wo kwe ni afi no nija ni keme nteshin ni amentu oni afi no nija sani wo teshi woshi la me what is washi she washi tamu na mi me ko me ke ame ya demonstration moni ame ke pia no na fi ni na gbayo ni ame ke la me fin ame ke ya nle akesin nye ka ame te pe elu ame ma woji ame ke la me fin ya demonstration shi wo ba nana shi nga wo eji what is ke shi no ne ja ni wo hani afi no ni ja eja ake nibi ekome ete no ye majie ekomano neke na gbamba ni ehye ni agbeme ke wo ba kwa English Jamestown eneme ne yano ni afi no ne ja ni mambi ete hia hu agbemoko nakan ato ake bala ni boni ngbe kanu ekole be miji moni tuni abatwa shituwe ko ba to atun ka ha imoku ka ose bo ni water shine ba no ba da mo shino ke oni aje ko fo to mla po ko ya ha imoku alote na atwa mitun ya ka gbomojibo ni ko gbe mi anukwale onyo gbe anukwale mo gbe anukwale jale gbe ese yin no omo ko gbe mi ofe mi noko anukwale e ba yin sin ni na gbe abayo meniji man dwalo wo mati abuna sebi kelame nyete ashin ni nye fan no kwale nye fia no ni jase wo kan ma agbe ni me fe no neja ni ameke bule wo kusun ni ameke fite woman fe nye na fan keshin no nete no mi hebe mi shi ameke ngbe efono no eje ni jianwi eja ke ngbala ni bi ami nyenu ni bi anshin nye ha mambialia shi anukwali ese nye ni wo adafitu aloe nye ye je ake nye bani me ale ni bi pe shi nye botio ni bi ami ni me ananu ni ji anukwali. The media, you are not only there to report and spread news, to let people know what is right and alert the citizenry when something is going wrong. Don't sit by and look on. Wo fe osane akpaane wonye jalegbese muku nyen ewo hegbe ke ngbe fitemu ke nibi ni bemi ni mapensen no ni jijale mahani afeyela nye twanu manyaba.
Shikitele ke ishibi ani ake lele woka me bi enu woka
Osmaike
na metene okonoko ba won kwese na meke ba no be no ni ose ni
ago echameke nyeme ago wanda se bi ashijugba lele ameka wo gbekete nu wote ne ni Shikitele e atu egbe na ni pepepepepepe no ni ja no kwale e ka fonse ha wo fen ke no ni ja no kwale ni wo se sa hyen e ka hwe hye pepepe ha wo fen do wo fen wo ka shida ba le twa manya ba
ago we jame ke yo jame jame fa no jame le o be wo die le wo
ago nyame ka chame ni e shiba mi boni se bi boni tu o ke na chame ka nyame ago ago
ago we chame ganyeme twa umanyaba chofi wo ba shin ke ya wo gbabo wo fun ile ga chebu romo na ofin wo se ke weti wo fe no ni wo te fe mo eje fe te no ko manye to ko twa moku e ke ko twa moku wo mo shida play ke habu ye bo no odam wo se ke ba shi mene bi ne ba jo afran ne dan wo ke ko ahweshi ni jobu ke nga shele nyeba nu eko ni semba anu eko ni koni aduba anu eko ni eko tikuma ba anu eko ni boss ekle ba anu eko ni blamo ba anu eko ni wansa ba anu eko ni london ba anu eko ni ajin ba anu eko ni anafu ba anu eko mati hi meji efe ke mati obo ade ni bi fe nye ba anu eko o che ko ni wo she be mene wo akucho kwabo ni nka agbala ni bi am yesanji ni ya anu ko wo ma ke wo traditional council ni be no what he wo ba na wo ba ya wo funi ne ke chen do mo na anye fi wo se ye ke wo ete ye ke wo ba se hwe no fe no no te tu mo e ge me fe te no o manyemi wo mo shida kle ke hanye be wo nke ake ni wo ha mambiele anokwale ene be nye ha ni boni wo ton ale na kan ni mambi no ni sa ni amefise won ake ye fan gbati abonasi nye ha gbati abonasi agboji amashi ake wo ke jetetete anokwale ese wonye wo me ni ntuo amete shikeshi wo na amete shikeshi mi ni ametwo ni bi ahie ni amekefite ni ye kan ni eku ba mi won bi ake nye ha hwele mu afi agbati abonasi no kengmati abonasi shibi fe anu we ni wo ya ni wo ba ne me ni mpia ngmati abonasi na mehu amenye anokwale ese amehu nye fa ameye nye ba ameye ni nye ha amejo mu afa ai mo fe mu ni ateshikeshi mu ko enye kenaka mu aye a no fe no na ya na fe ni akefite ni alo akeshi mu ko nye twa anye shu ai ni nye kun etwa ame ni shu oyin no we ke wo shibie ke ba ya wo shin ami wombi ninye bu mo fe mo me ni ja kutu e na ba me ni jese adafi twa lo eni ba wombi ninye bu mo fe mo ni mo fe mo hwe ke wona ya apehie ko ni wa tu man alo me na kutu ni tumu ana wo fe ele wo bi o twa no manya ba
I trust you.
Twa umanyaba chemeke nyeme je wo gbe fe ku mi twa umanyaba chemeke nyeme yen ra do mi ne so twa umanyaba ago asabache social olokwana be do yo ai olokwana be do yo ai
Thanks for watching.